Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sun is shining for now. Rained last night, but actually have a window of opportunity to go ride in somewhat of a safe environment, considering that the sunlight has dried up the pavement. Well, hopefully over here where I'm trying to go ride, the sunlight is dried up the pavement, so I'm gonna take advantage of that and go out here for a few minutes and ride, probably half an hour, quick little, just to burn a few calories. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna get my butt back into the gym tomorrow. I do have deadlifts, my favorite day of the week, and chest and teeny little back. We have reduced the volume so much that I can put everything into these workouts now. The only problem's been my health. I had to take this week off because I've been having issues with my back, but I have a back injury, so that's just the way that it is. I just, take the goods with the bads. The good days I go hard, and when I'm not feeling so great, I just take the opportunity to rest. And I did do active rest this week. I got in several 60-minute walks. I have another course that I do that is a little tougher as far as like the elevation jump, but a less time, because one's about 50 60 minutes, more like 45 minutes, and the other one that I do is an hour and 10 minutes. So that one's not as grueling, but really I enjoy the shorter one more because your heart rate gets up a lot more. And I think that's what's most important when you're doing active rest, like walking for cardio. You got to have that incline. You got to have something that's not so crazy pace, but makes your body have to work, gets those legs firing, because when those legs are firing, that gets the heart rate up. Legs require a lot of blood, they require a lot of circulation. Your heart rate has to get up to pump more blood, bigger muscles working. You burn a lot of calories walking at an incline. So that's a recommendation for you endomorphs out there. So I had a guy, and I can't remember his name. If you watched the video, thank you. He commented on my no dinner diet video from several months ago, so I thought I'd touch on that very quickly. Paul Neeson put out this article several years ago. I will put the link in with the description, and he basically was talking about the benefits of not eating after, well, I did 5 p.m. back in 2013, and he was absolutely right. You feel better, you rest easy, the weight pours off, and there just tends to be this control that you have over food when you fast at night. It's an amazing thing. I will put the article in there because he can explain it a lot better than I can. He's a guy that blogs on a regular basis, great writer. I thought that he explained it in very elementary fashion, and I was able to take those recommendations and apply them to my diet that I used back in 2013 and get the 10% body fat. But I think that more than anything, the benefits that you get from doing it, that you can apply to your lifestyle, is what's most important. Yeah, weight loss and everything like that is important, and staying lean is important. I think it's very important. However, I think that learning how to control food intake, especially for an endomorph, is the cornerstone to long-term success when trying to diet down. Because if you can't get control of that food, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. And I've talked about this. It's no fun spinning your wheels indefinitely. Sooner or later, it becomes a chore to continuously go over and over and over playing these games with, you lose a little bit of weight, you put it back on, you lose a little bit of weight, you put it back on. If you go with Paul Neeson's protocol, it's, you know, it's, if you're, you know, if you have discipline and you can really, you know, hone your skills on keeping your foods down, you can get pretty lean. And you can also have, you know, great control over, you know, your life when it comes to eating, man. You know, especially for endomorphs. Endomorphs have a problem, you know, controlling food intake. And, you know, fasting, you know, they call it intermittent fasting these days, but fasting or eating no dinner and, you know, fasting overnight, you know, for me, it was something that brought a new kind of discipline in my life and a new kind of balance to my life. And, you know, it just, you know, like I said, it was the cornerstone of my protocol that I used back in 2013 to diet down. So I recommend it, you know. And, you know, for me now, I don't eat after 6, then it was 5, but now my hours are 6 p.m. I have my last meal, and then I don't eat again until 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. the next day. A lot of the time it's not till noon because I work out in the morning. So I usually am not very hungry, you know, after I work out, because my body's all, you know, going crazy trying to, you know, figure out the recovery process and, you know, and whatnot. But, you know, I highly recommend that you read that article and really digest that information, not just kind of, oh, you know, really think about the things that he's saying when it comes to, you know, like going out with friends and just having control over yourself, you know, having that, you know, ability to say no, you know, I don't eat in the evening, I only eat during these hours, and, you know, allowing your body to get used to what it feels like to be hungry. You know, I think that's the problem with us today, especially, you know, the people in the U.S. that have like this atrocious access, you know, ability to get food all the time. You know, do you ever really experience true hunger? You know, I have. You know, I had to adapt myself to it, and, you know, after a while, it's like nothing. You know, you know, and the one thing that I liked about this process was, in the evenings I started doing things that didn't you know, have to do with going out to eat, and didn't, you know, have this eating component, you know, added to it. And it changes your life. It changes the process of your life. It changes the you know, the activity level of your life, the type of activities that you do. It just, you know, it has endless, you know, benefits that I just, you know, I can't speak highly enough about it. So best of luck to you. Enjoy his article that I'm gonna link in the description, and happy Friday.